It is said that Bael ate at Lord Stark's own table, and played for the Lord in his high seat until half the night was gone. The old songs he played, and the new ones he'd made himself, he played and sang so well that when he was done, the Lord of Winterfell offered him his own reward. "All I ask is a flower," Bael answered, "the fairest flower that blooms in the gardens of Winterfell." Now, as it happened, winter roses had only just come into bloom, and no flower is so rare nor precious. So the Stark sent to his glass gardens and commanded that the most beautiful of the winter roses be plucked for the singer's payment. And so it was done. But then, when morning came, the singer had vanished, and so had Lord Brandon's maiden daughter. Her bed they found empty, but for the pale blue rose that Bael had left on the pillow, where her head had lain. Jon had never heard this tale before. Which Brandon was this supposed to be? Brandon the Builder lived in the Age of Heroes thousands of years before Bael. There was Brandon the Burner and his father Brandon the Shipwright, but this was Brandon the Daughterless. Would you hear the tale, or no? Jon scowled. Go on. Lord Brandon had no other children. At his behest, the Black Crows flew forth from their castles in the hundreds, but nowhere could they find any sign of Bael nor his maid. For most of the year they searched, till the Lord lost heart and took to his bed, and it seemed as though the line of Starks was to end. But one night, as he lay waiting to die, Lord Brandon heard a child's cry. He followed the sound and found his daughter back in her bedchambers, asleep with a babe at her breast. Bael had brought her back? No. They had been in Winterfell all the time, hiding with the dead beneath the castle. The maid loved Bael so deeply she bore him a son, the songs say. Although, truth be told, all the maids loved Bael in those songs he sung. Be that as it may, what's certain is that Bael left the child in payment for the rose he'd plucked unasked, and that the boy grew to be the next Lord Stark. So, there it is. You have Bael's blood in you, same as me. It never happened, Jon said. The girl shrugged. Might be it did, might be it didn't. It is a good song, though. But there is a darker end to the story. 30 years later, when Bael was king beyond the wall and led the free folk south, it was a young Lord Stark who met him at the frozen ford and killed him, for Bael would not harm his only son when they met sword to sword. So the son slew the father instead, said Jon. Aye, but the gods hate kinslayers, even when they kill unknowingly. When Lord Stark returned from battle and his mother saw Bael's head upon his spear, she threw herself from a tower in her grief. Her son did not long outlive her. One of his lords peeled the skin off him and wore him as a cloak. Your Bael was a liar, Jon told her, certain now. No, Ygritte said, but a bard's truth is half different than yours or mine. Anyway, you asked for a story, so I told it. She turned away from him, closed her eyes, and seemed to sleep.
This war is far from over.
Son of Bael the Bard is, for our headcanon here, King Beron the Halfling. Half wildling, or rumoured to be half wildling and half Stark. He has just returned from beyond the wall, having slain his father unknowingly, only to find his kingdom in open revolt. Rising against him, not under the banner of House Bolton, but under the banner of his own kin, cousins although they be. Daron Greystark has named himself King in the North. Stating that Beron Stark is nothing but a wildling half-breed, he has risen his banners with the aid of House Bolton and House Dustin, calling half of the North to his cause. The two claims of winter are evenly matched. But King Beron Stark will not give up without a fight. His armies turn their focus south, to the Dreadfort and the Wolf's Den. In canon, ladies and gentlemen, the son of Bael the Bard, assuming, of course, that the wildling version of the story is remotely true, which I feel like it is, and the Starks just removed it from history, more or less. It's not the first time they've done that. They did that with the Night's King as well. They removed that from history. The name, just poof. Nobody dared ever speak of it, because it was a Stark. Beron will die, ladies and gentlemen. He will be captured in some battle or somewhat and skinned alive by House Bolton. But his sons will avenge him, that vengeance driving them to punish House Greystark for their rebellion, not lightly, but harshly, killing them all root and stem, from the eldest wolf to the cubs in their dens. So we are going to try to change history. House Greystark is going to succeed, lads. Potentially, maybe, probably. We'll see. If I lose, we will lose, basically. But I made it even. So we have exactly more or less the same amount of troops. So I will rally the troops at the Wolf's Den, and we will march on Winterfell to claim our birthright and remove the half-wildling stain from the land. Stark is just running up north. Alright, well, let's go hunt him down, because, yep, we've crossed it. Battlefield combat. Battle of the Old Lake. Stark's gonna send 5,000 more men in, but because it's separate, I don't think he stands a chance. Yeah, no, we got this. We got this. Stark has been defeated. Wounded by Jorah Stark. Oof. Oh, shit, maimed. Kyle, you lost an eye. My heir, no. Ooh, Prince Brandon. Yeah, I killed Brandon Stark. The only good Stark is a dead Stark. They're half-breeds. They're not real Starks. There you go. The Greystarks rout them. And chase them back to Winterfell. I was injured. Shit. Wounded Prince Brandon. Oh, the Lord of Winterfell's heir. The Halfborn's heir just lost his eye as well. An eye for an eye, lads. Oh, I got him prisoner. Ha ha ha. Oh, I got two of them prisoner. Yep. Well, Darren is known as the Dreadwolf. So, yep. He will kill the Starks. They're Halfborn. They're not real Starks. This is justice! Justice! Plus, they cut out my son's eye. Those dicks. Oh, Jorah Stark. Attack Jorah. Yes. I'm victorious. I wounded him. Goodbye, Prince Jorah of Winterfell. Jesus Christ, I am annihilating the Starks. I've killed 3 of his sons and his half-brother. Jesus Christ. Greystark is turning this around, man. This is a completely different story. Once again, another victory. Killed Cedric Spring. Yes, victory's had. I thought I made this evenly matched, but apparently evenly matched is just too easy, lads. The Greystarks are kicking ass in this. In my head, the canon thing for this is like the Greystarks did win the first battle, or at least the king, because King Beron, like the Bael's son, was taken. He was killed by the Boltons and like flayed, which I'm assuming, you know, in this regards, Darren did hand the kid off to them to be flayed. The Starks, they're resisting. They're resisting. How dare these wildling scum resist? Ah, my son Kyle has a son. I have name him Brandon. Like a proper Stark name, lads. She's, Kyle's married to a Bolton, by the way. Hey, and I have another son. Roderick. Looks striking us down with... No! No, the Bolton girl. Ah, my wife. The gods. No, my daughter! Yeah, I'm becoming depressed. That is absolutely happening. Oh shit, the son died! From pox. No, my grandson! New cultural head. Shit. What happened? Feels something rushing against my leg. The snake... Oh, I was assassinated. I was murdered by... Oh! I was murdered by Beron the Halfling. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. My heirs, avenge me! He could not outsmart death. King Kyle ascends to the throne. He'll lead the armies against Stark in the battlefield. Victory will be assured, lads. I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. See if I can send like 900 archers in to help. Because otherwise this looks a bit close. It's king versus king, lads. Well, it's perfectly evenly matched, as all things should be. Balanced, Barbarian. I keep beating the lowborn knights, but I don't duel the king. God damn, Kyle wants his revenge. I could totally turn the tides, send in those archers and help out. But I kind of want to have the duel. I just want to let him go at it. What was that sound? Krogman ambushing us. Oh, the Krogman have ambushed the fucking archers. Shit. Well, that explains why the archers aren't helping. The Reeds have sided with House Stark, by the looks of it or something. Yep, well, that explains why my archer reinforcements didn't arrive in time to change the outcome of the battle, is House Reed and the Krogman ambushed them. Jesus Christ. Oh, we are slowly going in people's favor. My brother was mistreated. Actually lose this battle. I mean, I do have more forces up at Winterfell. Slowly still taking Winterfell. But it looks like the King in the North is getting the upper hand over Kyle. Yeah, he can send like extra 3,000 men down here. Wonder if he can arrive in time. I don't think he can, because this battle looks just about over. I'll send the troops up north. They can go help at Winterfell. This battle is defeated. Kyle did not avenge his father. Legitimacy failed because I lost the war. Or lost the battle anyway. Oh shit, my brother died. Yeah, my brother was slain. Still got my nephews ruling Moat Caelan, but still. My brother died from being ill. Good lord. The gods are just cursing House Greystark because of the whole kinslaying thing, I feel like. They didn't get the kid, but they got its mum. I will kill them. It's just it's a full-on blood feud now, ladies and gentlemen. Just a full-on blood feud. We've betrothed Kyle to Lyanna Bolton. Just to keep the Boltons as our, like, chief ally, basically. And I am going to try and hunt down fucking Stark. That's Kyle's, like, big thing that he wants to do. Here you go. Hunt him down, Kyle. You got this, my man. Goodbye, Lionel. Little's dead. My glory is widely known. I captured Valyrian Steel. Iron Will. Yeah, fuck you. I'm taking it. There's no way King Kyle doesn't take it. We've been ambushed. Bloody Krogman. Trying to help the Starks low-key by ambushing us. They're, like, delaying us so the Stark's gonna make an escape. I'm just desperately trying to get a duel with the king, damn it. Kyle's becoming kind of a badass just through time and just beating the crap out of people. Yeah, I don't like the odds of... Oh, he got the Bolton girl pregnant, but I don't like his odds of living for much longer. I got gangrene. I definitely don't like his odds of living. Yeah, I don't. His nephew inherits. Bolton fucking uses this opportunity. Oh, he had daughters, twin daughters. Well, that's a thing. Kyle's line is not continuing via the male line. Unanswered. I realized that the Rills... I'm Barrowman now, apparently. Okay. I realized that the Rills is actually for a desolation war, by the way. Like, they're rebelling to get rid of me. So, that's a thing. I kind of have to win the, I kind of have to win the war against Stark before Rills beats the shit out of me. It's a plague of Whitehover. Great. They're all now abusing the fact that they have weak claims on me to put themselves in positions of power. And I died. He died coughing up blood. Also, this kid might die of coughing up blood. Okay, you know how I was saying that, like, Stark's kids got vengeance upon Greystark? Maybe not. Maybe the gods did. Maybe the gods got vengeance upon Greystark. I'm winning against frickin' Riswell is because the plague is just ravaging the country. Jesus, it's brutal. Look at it. It's destroying everything. The gods. Cursed is the Kingslayer. Because I inherited, I think all of the Riswells died. Yeah, their entire family was wiped out by the plague. He got burnt to death. But yeah, the Riswells are dead. Give my heir the Rills. I love that. The Lord died, so they all just stood down and then sided back. But not that it particularly matters, because it looks like they're all gonna die anyway. This has become brutal, though. Like, seriously brutal. Yep, there goes another one. They're just dropping like flies. It's my sister after that, actually. There's only, like, there's like 6 Greystarks left. My sister Barbrey is actually married to the son of... Okay... How the f did that happen? Or maybe she's the key to peace. I don't know. Oh, the Bolton girl died as well of the plague. Everyone is just dying. It's brutal. This is absolutely brutal. Alright, well, my uncle Roderick can have the Rills. We've almost beaten Stark at great cost that we may never financially recover from. This has turned out really bloody. Really, really, really bloody. I like fucking the Ironborn are actually doing a conquest, by the way, of me. They're not just raiding, they are actually trying to conquer bits of the north. Alright, well, the war is won, lads. House Greystark has beaten the Starks at great fucking cost to themselves, and they will all be executed for their treason. Okay, lads, under the guidance of Lord Bolton, our regent, we will execute the Halfling. Yeah, Bolton makes me watch. Bolton makes me watch as we kill Stark. Boy gets overwhelmed by stress. But he basically has every Stark put to the sword. Except for her, she's like half Stark. I think, honestly, we tie the Karstarks and the Greystarks together. That makes the most sense to me. Plus, she's half Stark herself from Rickon. And then we keep Geralt Karstark as our thing. Makes sense as well. Ties the blood together. Gives him even more claim to the north. Plus, she's half Stark herself. But the rest of the Starks will all die. Everyone that we can get our hands on, basically. That's the one married to my sister. This is all Bolton's, like, decision, by the way, more or less. This is primarily Bolton's doing, honestly. Like, Bolton is pretty much in charge. He's calling the shots here. And then I think what Greystark will essentially do is declare themselves like actual normal Starks. Because the whole rebellion was based around they had the rightful claim to Winterfell. And Beron the Halfling was half wildling and not a real Stark. So, I think we revive half Stark, essentially. Now that we've killed all of the impure half wildling Starks, the Greystarks become the actual proper Starks. We are, you know, we're the originals. We're the legitimate Starks, boys. But that does mean the end of House Greystark as a cadet branch. Though, maybe my uncle takes the name, or somebody else takes the name, one of my other family members. Like, I feel like Greystark becomes a badge of pride, so one of the relatives will probably take the name Greystark and rule from the Wolf's Den still in the future. We just have some Greyjoy stuff to deal with. I will keep playing. I'm going to keep playing to try to secure the North and guarantee, like, the future of the reign and everything. See if anyone rises up. Maybe Bolton will, like, stab me in the back or something, but they like me, so I don't think so. You know, we'll see what happens, lads. If we look down south, by the way, the Arryns have, like, fucked up the Riverlands. My bitch sister and Lord Dustin are, fucking rebelling. Because, of course, they are. House Manderly comes north, and rather than being greeted by... Well, they are greeted by a Stark. The true Starks, lads. The true Starks give House Manderly control of the Wolf's Den. And we move our branch into Winterfell, where we belong. Cut off my sister's forces before they can group up. I think taking Moat Caelan's the good plan. That's the best play. We take Moat Caelan, then we go beat up my sister in the swamp. Please capture her. Please capture her. Please capture her. Oh, sweet mother of God. How the hell do you have so much in troops? Well, I think this might be the end of us. Like, Jesus Christ, I didn't realize they had that much shit. Holy hell. Well, apparently, yeah, they have like 1 billion troops. It looks like we're gonna lose. It looks like the young wolf is forever young. Even at Grey Harbor, they just have too much. We can't do anything about that. The young wolf is overthrown by his sister. Having overthrown her brother, Helman, the now Black Wolf, she exiles him to the wall for the Night's Watch to take his oaths, and goes down in history as the righteous, having overthrown her tyrannical brother, even though it was mostly Bolton's doing. The North installs the first Winter Queen in eons, really. I don't think it's the first. There has been a Winter Queen before, at least once. But, like, about once or something. But she is a much better leader than her brother. On account of the fact that she's actually in charge and not just being puppeted by Bolton. Which I think was a big thing that most of the lords didn't... Like, that's why they rose for the girl. Because she's not a puppet of Bolton. And they all knew that the boy was just a puppet of House Bolton. And after the Greystark Rebellions and everything, nobody particularly likes the Boltons because everyone whispers that it was the Boltons that, like, convinced Greystark to go against the Starks and all that bullshit. Although, they keep it whispered. The Queen is betrothed, well, actually married to, King Gerhard. I don't know why he's Blackwater King. That's a weird title to have. But yes, she is married... a Carstark, and whose father was Rickon Stark. It's the actual sister-in-law, the one that was betrothed to the Stark boy. And actually, she can marry my uncle. There you go. She can marry my uncle in order to make him happy. Because honestly, Prince Roderick is probably the biggest threat to her rule. Just the fact that he is basically the only male, like, House Stark member left. More or less. Yeah, no, he is. Just straight up, he is the last male descendant. Like, through the male line. That's it. The vassals like her a lot more than they liked the boy. The only one that doesn't really is apparently Kerwin and Bolton. I know, that's about it, really. Through the Carstark boy, we have more Stark blood, and just to unify the North, pretty much, she is pretty much just, yeah, she is what it is. She's still beholden to a bunch of her vassals that are going to probably take advantage of her. But still, the North is secured. The Arryns are slowly taking the Riverlands by the looks of it. Durandons, the Maelstorm still kicking ass. Sunspear and Martell and Dane are still sharing Dawn. The Iron Islands have seemingly, like, split up into independent things because I've given birth to a perfect little son. Child, what do we call you? Brandon. A good, strong Stark name, lads. Well, actually, who was she married to? Yeah, no, she was married to a Brandon Stark. I feel like she loved him, or something. That's why they, like, married together, despite... It's a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing, lads. Only not with underage kids, because you Google it, trust me. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet is very much creepier when you start realizing how old they were. But yes, the two differing sides of the families. and they married, and then, you know, she blamed her brother for the execution, essentially. So we'll name it Brandon, because it's a strong Stark name and the name of her former husband, which I'm sure Stark, who's currently married to her, is perfectly fucking happy with and not at all creeped out by. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We'll wrap this up here. That's the Greystark Rebellion, or at least the uncanon, crazy version of Greystark Rebellion, where all of the Starks end up dead, as opposed to all of the Greystarks end up dead. But, you know, it was interesting. It was very interesting. The gods tried to wipe us out there for a second. The Queen rules, the righteous rules, with her son and heir, Prince Brandon, and her brother, as Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, the Black Wolf, actually a badass fighter, ended up as Lord Commander of the Watch. So that's a thing that's happened. The rest of Westeros is ripping each other apart. It is the Age of Petty Kings, as I set it up. With the Danes ruling half of Dorne, Martells in the other half, Gardeners in the Reach, Lannister in the Rock, and the Iron Islands have just split up into a bunch of different kingdoms. But yep, we'll end this here. This is just a one-shot after all. I don't want to continue. I've got other things to do, lots of stuff, so little time. So many things to do, and so little time. I need more days in the week, and more hours in the days, ideally. Would be very nice. But for now, I thank you for watching. That is all, and I will see you guys in whatever the hell we do next. There's so much to do that I don't even know what's going to be next by the time you watch this, so. Remember to like, subscribe, click on the little buttons. You know where they are. All of the YouTubers tell you by now. I'm sure that you've realized where they are. You don't need me to remind you. Thank you for watching. That's all for now. Sol out.